live.
Oh wait, fuck, I'm being called. Wait, I'm talking to my tutor right now. I need to do something quick.
Oh, all good. Okay. Weird time to go live. Welcome back, everybody. Dirk the Red Panda here with the March Madness Final Four results. I think I'm pointing the right way. I swear I am. Yes. Okay, good. Checking out OBS just to make sure. Alright, so I am here with at least Grizz and Zachary. And I think Warwick is doing something right now. I think he might be busy, so...
Yeah, he said he had to run off. He'll be back.
Okay, probably. All good. The weirdest timing. Yeah, it's all good. I'm just replying to him. But yes, in 13 minutes now, we are going to close the polls for the Final Four and reveal who is moving on to the championship. So, there's not much here to really talk about now that we're pretty much at the end of it, but I've thought about it and I decided to kind of highlight some of the greatest matches we've had in this March Madness bracket. So, I'm going to go up throughout this list and just, kind of acknowledge some of the good old matches we had. So, if I'm going to go to the top here, we could talk about... One of my first favorite matches that I saw was with the magic number 8 seed upset of Coach Grifter Harold against Tyson for Password. I am going to pull up the GIF that I have for it because I decided for this and for all the other matches to basically make graphs of them, but animated ones that can show the line moving as the results come in. So here we're going to see how Tyson was pretty much the underdog throughout this entire time of the voting until the end where he just somehow pulled off and managed to pull off the win. So hopefully this works. Here we go. Look at him go. Coach Grifter was up for a while before. Right there at the end, Tyson has the great power surge to basically cut off what was 50% of that match's trailing into a victory. Now, it doesn't really look too exciting at first. Like at the beginning, you could see Tyson having an initial surge. But what I just found interesting was how close that match was throughout, despite Coach Grifter having such a solid gap of a lead throughout most of that middle gap. And here we see in the end that 54.8% just edging Coach Grifter out to pull out that miracle upset. Another matchup that I found pretty interesting too in the first round, I think it was TJ and Darius. Let me pull that up from the west side. This is the west side of the brackets. Darius and TJ. Here we go. TJ with an initial surge before Darius and TJ basically kind of fight neck and neck there. Look at the end. Bam. TJ just edging Darius out by a few votes at the end there, as you can see. So that's what some of the closer matches looks like. From there, we had some pretty big stomps in there, and if you want to see an example of one of the biggest stomps in our history of March Madness, look no further to Legoshi versus Conrad. Legoshi was from Beastars, a very popular show, and Conrad from Major Minor. Maybe a little more minor in popularity. So, as we see here, Legoshi just absolutely just stretches a huge victory there, and Conrad almost looking like a flat line throughout that, unfortunately. That was one of the biggest victories, and if I recall, let me pull up my source for it. I'm going to scroll up. I have a Python file online that is kind of responsible for making these GIFs and stuff, but if I can recall right, Legoshi was match number 9. as it slowly loads because I am just destroying our site. Conrad just really did not have much going. He had, I'm not sure if this is the minimum ever in votes. He had 11 votes in total. Compared to Lego, she's 136. That's probably one of the greatest gaps in the March Madness polls. Besides that, what else do I have to say? Just some of the matches looked more like that, and most were in between, I'd say. If anybody wants to take a chance and view the actual rankings for them, I have a little thing going on here. Let me stretch it out. I'm probably going to shrink this again once I go back to my other window with the results. Where is it? Copy of rankings? That is not it. Is it in this document? Final finishes. There we go. Okay, let me move it. I am flailing around here. I apologize for that. So here we can see how everybody finished based on their final match's loss. So everybody who lost in the first round basically got seeded based on these percentages they lost by. So based on that, we could see Conrad was the obvious 64th place out of all that. And as you continue to scroll down, you're gonna get... Oh, hopefully I don't cover my face. Please don't cover my face. Okay, that's close enough. We could see basically the kind of the totem pole of everybody ranked based on their final matches. Darius from the Pirates Fate was next. Travis from B6 Light was next. Funny thing was, Conrad and Travis both had to face up... Oh, never mind. Funny enough, Conrad and Darius, the last two places, both had to face up against B-Star opponents. Hence the huge gap in victory due to the popularity. But as we scroll down, we see some of the more shocking lower places, like Sly Cooper from the Sly Cooper series, Shiro from Brand New Animal. Can't believe he only got 28.2%. And we keep scrolling down, and we see some more known faces like Carl from Echo, Murdoch from the Smoke Room, and Macon from Socially Awkward, who was seeded 56th originally, only to jump up a few seedings based on how close he got to Haida from Agretzko. I think Macon had a bit of a lead at one point against him, but it wasn't that long. And we scroll down, and we see Coach Grifter dropped 30 seeds from that loss. We thought he was going to go to the final 8, but instead we had Tyson hit the final 8, or the Elite 8, sorry. And we scroll down here, we have Tom Nook, shocking loss. Leo doing a lot better than he was seeded. Alex from Tennis Ace giving, I think it was Chester from Extracurricular Activities, a run for his money. And if you guys want to see that, I can pull that up for you right now. Where is he? Alex, Tennis Ace. Here we go. So if we could see here, basically Alex just surges in like this quarter mark here. And we see Chester just behind most of the match until he just narrowly edges out and just holds that lead until the end. Originally, before the whole Greg Murdoch scandal, we had Alex as our winner. But having to remove some of the votes, Alex's gap had narrowed, and it was not enough for Chester to come, it was not enough to hold off Chester. So, yeah, that's what happened there. Anything else? Oh, Cetus, you here? We have Cetus, I think. Hello? I'm trying to move back to this chat. Oh, nope, it's Zachary. Whoops. Sounded like Cetus for a second. That groggy, lazy voice. But, yeah. Some of the matches we go to here later, we see some surprising upsets. Like, we had the 8th seed upset in the first round, And then we got the 7th and the 6th seed upset in the next round afterwards, losing to, shockingly, they lost to Neferu from Adastra, and let me see if I can get this right. Banjo lost to Nick Wilde, if I can recall. Yep, he lost to Nick Wilde. They both lost in surprising blowouts. Like, I can't believe some of these seeds. Like, even Greg got defeated. The 3, 6th, and 7th seeds lost in the second round. So half of our Elite 8 predictions, like half of the people we thought were going to make the Elite 8, lost in the first 2 rounds. That's kind of the chaos you get when it becomes a bracket vote like this. You don't know who you're going to come up against and how much they're going to beat you out in popularity. So, as we continue down, we have some of the more well-known. We had Keisuke having one of the greatest stints besides Tyson, going from 50th seed to 16th seed, having beat out, I think it was Sly Cooper, and in the first round, his defeat of Sly Cooper was something just extraordinary, as you can see here. He just took down Sly Cooper with, like, I forget what the percentage is. As you can look here, we got 70 to like 30%. As you go back, bam, you see this. Keisuke just takes it and does not go back. Like, he just really showed that he was by far the more loved character compared to Sly Cooper, who had quite the, following back in the day. But, that's kind of the thing about this bracket. Some of the popular characters from the older days are probably not going to do as well now. So then we had Keisuke go up against, I think it was Chester from Extracurricular Activities. It was originally going to be Keisuke versus Alex if the Greg Murdoch thing didn't happen. And as we see here, this one was very one-sided for the most part. As it got close, but, things happened, and Keisuke just could not hold back on his votes. So that is enough I have for a summary for now. This looks very unplanned, and to be honest, it is. I saved these brackets just a few hours ago, and the last one just got uploaded like 2 minutes before I started this stream, so didn't have enough time to really pretty it up and show, ooh, these are the greatest matches of all time. But I'm kind of doing it based off eyes, or based off of just kind of eyeballing it. So now we have 1 minute before we reveal 1 minute before the results close. 2:59. This is the last minute before the results will be turned off, and it is 3 o'clock, and that means the results have been flipped off. Now I'm going to download the results as a CSV file, and here's the special part. I'm going to take each of those matches and basically do what I did with those graphs to this match, or these matches, to make it more live feeling, to show kind of the suspense in terms of maybe one character was leading in the beginning, but got beaten off at the end. So, time to download. Alrighty, I'm gonna open this up in my own files. So, time to move the CSV file over here. So, I'm going to leave it up to... I'm on the wrong sheet, sorry. I'm going to leave it up to Grizz and Zachary for their opinions on the final 4 matches. Take it away, guys.
No pressure at all, huh?
Yeah, I really didn't just throw you guys on the spot there. I need something to happen while I'm, as I'm compiling this file. I'll be back in a sec, though. Don't worry. I won't leave you.
Okay. The final 4, eh?
Alright, just thoughts and whatnot.
In terms of who will win, or in terms of like what my opinions on each character. Because I would, in terms of winning, it's hard to say. I would definitely say that I can't really decide on who just off the bat. You know?
Yeah.
How about you guys?
Yeah, it's a tough one to call, but I think the Yuichi's been quite interesting with this. He's the only MC who's really got anywhere in this race. And yeah, he's definitely his own character, and I think Basket's managed to find a character people really like. I honestly wasn't expecting him to go this far. Shuichi, yes, I could see him doing really well, but Yuichi, I was thinking maybe a round or two and then he'll be out, but he's beaten out Keisuke in June to get this far, so that's pretty good for him.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised, and I don't want to call it between him and Amicus, because I think I know who might win, but it's going to be a close one, I think, with that one.
Yeah, I'm scared about that too. I'm just about to convert those files over. But yeah, like, seeing Yuichi was just really a big shocker for me, because we did this, and let me see if I can find how many parentheses MCs there are. Only one? I think Yuichi might be the only MC to have made the bracket. That is impressive. That's a crazy thing. I don't think any other MCs have made the brackets. So this is kind of a huge feat, I would say, for MCs as a whole. He's taken one big step for MCs.
That's even more impressive than I thought, because I know we had them when we were setting things up originally, but yeah, Yuichi's done really well.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like, you definitely don't want to, brush off Amicus, because Amicus has come out strong ever since the whole Leo Gate and all that, or Wolfgate we called it. Ever since that close match, Amicus has not held back on his opponents, not being lower than 78% in any of his matches. It's just really shocking to see how powerful he is of an opponent, I guess. So I have downloaded the things. I downloaded the file. I am writing down the names, and I am saving it right now. Here we go. Time to export. Here we go. So, as we save that, we should move on to the other match. We talked about the second match first, ironically, but the first match above is also a Tennis Ace character, Shuichi, going up against Lin Who. Any thoughts on Canine versus Feline? Volleyball God versus actual God?
The hell does...
This is
Go
interesting.
ahead, Zachary, anything to say?
Yeah. Alright. Oh, Zachary, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Sorry, I was zoned out.
Too enamored by the best
beating
boys. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So, what are your thoughts, though, on this match?
Shuichi versus... Well, not Shuichi. Shuichi versus Lin Who.
Lin Who, yep.
Honestly, I think it's hard to describe. I would say that for me personally, I would go Shuichi, only due to only for bias reasons though.
Yeah.
But even then, I would still credit both of them for being so well and how they got this far.
Right.
Because like even if they did, even if, like, let's say Lin Who won, for example, I would still like, yeah, everyone did really good in this whole bracket.
Yeah, like, I think... oh, yeah.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna say what I'm gonna say anyways.
Yeah. It just seemed like you're a bit kind of struggling for words, but correct me if I'm wrong, but you are, I think, trying to say that it's like both of them are strong candidates, and they both you know, whoever wins, it's like, it's definitely, you know, whoever wins, basically they are still going to be a strong contender for the finals.
Yes.
Right.
Basically what I was trying to say without my bogus stuttering.
You me both, though. Alright, still waiting on the first bracket to come in, but... Sorry, I'm doing a bad habit. I'm chewing on ice. But yeah, I'm looking here, and every single result that I see... Oh, except one that I see. Every result except one has both matches filled out, which is interesting enough. So it seems like the popularity of both has really, you know, gone off. Alright. Anything else I can describe? Shuichi's journey here has been pretty smooth compared to Lin Who's. Like, both of them have had a share of decent wins, but Lin Who had a struggle in the Sweet 16 going up against Nikolai from the Smoke Room. Nikolai was our 4th seed here, and he was one of our fan favorites, especially in the jury, but, you know, Lin Who is also very beloved, hence his high seeding, so we could not scrape Lin Who under. It was, like, really tough to see those two go up against each other, and if I can pull up this graph here, you could definitely see Lin Who just take a huge stride off of Nikolai. He led the entire match, despite Nikolai really trying hard to come back. That was Lin Who's closest match, I'd have to say. Shuichi, I don't think he had that many close matches. I think June may have been his closest match? No, Tyson was. Let me get back to Tyson's match. I think all of them did have a decent amount of close matches in the beginning of the Elite Eight, but some of them took off, and I think Shuichi and Lin Who both took off in a sense. Let me paste that here. Yeah, Shuichi had a huge stride in the beginning, but Tyson, as Tyson is, always keeps it reasonably close. I think it was like a 10 vote, maybe 8 vote difference for them. But we see Lin Who go up against Legoshi, and that was our closest match, I think, of the entire bracket. Or not the entire bracket, of the entire Elite Eight, sorry. You could see some crossover there as Legoshi took some small leads, but still was behind Lin Who the entire time. So those were their closest matches, so... Yeah, if I have anything else to say about them, I would say Lin Who is just a very well-touted character, and just... He's kind of like Amicus in that he's also kind of like the face of his game, Negojishi, in that, you know, he's kind of your first character you meet, the first character you really kind of get a bonding with, and Shuichi kinda is. Like, you know, we see Keisuke first, and of course Saya being all pissed off at us, but the first person we really get to know as, oh, they're a close friend of Yuichi's was Shuichi, so both of them in the sense are like your first close friend in their novels, and so seeing these two go up against each other is a really tough one. I think when I last checked, it was like 60-40 one way, and I think the other match was like that too, so you really can't count out who's going to win here, so, you know, fingers crossed for whoever you want to win. I am kind of bummed that my graph is not coming out yet. Usually it takes maybe like 5 minutes. This is taking like, I don't know, 8? Yeah, it's taking a little bit longer than I expected. Once it comes out, though, I swear I'm going to post the results here. Apologies for the delay. But, yeah, if anybody wants to see this document that I have opened up on here, it's linked. I think it's linked in the description. I can always double check right now. But, yeah. Let me see. The poll is not there. No, it's not, actually. Let me paste it in there. The poll. The Google Sheet. Alright, I'm going to copy it, and you guys can view it. And, done. There we go. Apologies again for the delay in graph exporting. I did not expect this to happen. They are cute, though, so I'll give you that. Sergeant S-Dog, I agree with that. They are both cuties. And especially when you see Lin Who in his DLC outfit. He looks like such a dad in that. Like, he's got the rolled up sleeves. I think he has jeans or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he does have like a plaid or button-down shirt, and, you know, all in all, they do a good job with that DLC. Tennis Ace might be a one-off story from, according to Basket. He wants to work on something else, I think, afterwards, you know, kind of expand his creative variety, per se. Alright. Still waiting on that. Still waiting on the brackets to come out, or the match result. It is taking its beautiful, beautiful time to load. Maybe I shouldn't have done this on stream, but that's kind of the problem. Like, if you have multiple things open up at once, then it will take this long, so, you know, I kind of will try and save this type of result reveal for, like, the final 3 rounds, so it doesn't take, like, 2 hours to do a results show. So, let me see if my computer is working still. Yes, it's working just as normal. Okay. I had to save the file for a bit. So yeah. This is just me waiting right now with some Doge Wave in the background. I apologize for the longer than expected delay, but you know, I did not expect the computer to take this long. I tested it out earlier and it took 5 minutes to make a graph about this length, so you know, it's kind of impressive. I think there's about 130 results for each of them. There's 139 results in total, but there's like maybe a few that only filled out 1 match. So, yeah, this is a big deal. This is to get into the championship match, and the winner of that match will be our best boy of 2020. So, yeah, guys, did you have any characters that didn't make this bracket that you thought would have gone far?
Not really. I think everyone that I at least hope for got at least met to all to the eights, met to the best 8.
Yeah, the Elite 8?
Yes, the Elite 8.
Alright. That's good.
It's a couple of characters I'd like to see go further than they did, but yeah, it's fair enough. Not everyone gets up there, and it all depends on the matchups you have. I mean, you can get an easy run to the final, you can have a really hard run. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. And like I mentioned before, Tyson was that person who had one of the hardest runs to the final and did the best with what he had. But if we're talking about some decent runs, like Amicus's may have been a bit smoother. I think I heard, I think Lin Who's was decent besides Nikolai. Shuichi had the most shocking route in that he upset some people that we did not think he should have. Like, I'd say out of everybody in the Elite 8, I'd say Shuichi and Tyson had the hardest routes coming up to here. But I am still amazed that Shuichi has upset everybody he has. Maybe besides Murdoch, but that was a first-round match, and they were really close to each other in seeding. But yeah, Shuichi's been the underdog throughout this entire bracket. And so, what I have to say about that is he's one of the shocking characters here. Regarding MCs, we had a couple of MC suggestions. Yuka from Repeat, Dave from Password. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else, but those are the only 2 I can recall. And out of those characters, Dave was the closest MC to making the bracket besides Shuichi. Dave was 1 or 2 seedings off from actually making the bracket, and that was because of the popular votes getting the auto bid. Otherwise, he probably would have made it in, and he probably would have gone like Tyson's seeding maybe, or something around that, because the bottom 8 seeds were all popular bids. Tyson, Brian from Santa Lucia is one that I think I remember. Tyler's from Bad Time Stories, Mark from Afterclass. Characters like that wouldn't have made it just on score alone. And that's why we changed the system for next year to basically make it so that it's 50-50. 50% the popular vote, 50% us. And I have tested that out so far, and it definitely would have affected all the matches this year. And it's definitely a system we might implement with a future bracket sometime in the future. We've been talking as a jury about maybe having a bracket where it's like, instead of just VN characters, it's mainstream characters like video game, RPG, basically non-VN characters are one category, and then in March we do the VN characters. So that is something we are kind of determining to either start later this year or for next year. We're definitely going to try and do this again next year if I get everybody on board. At least I'm running it, and I don't see why I wouldn't. This is just a bit weird. I am... What?
It's alright, Lita.
Yeah, I'm alright. Yeah. I'm just saying this is kind of weird because this is just taking a lot longer than I expected for a single bracket to come out. But that's probably because I'm doing 5 things at once on my computer. But yeah, thanks for the compliment. So... yeah, this has also kind of taken up a lot of my time in terms of streaming other things. Like, I've only been able to stream actual novels like once a week at this point, if at any at all. But yeah, we are finally getting to the end of this, and hopefully my streaming schedule for Tennis Ace, Echo, I think the Smoke Room got updated, and ICO should be back to normal after this next round. So as we wait here, we will hopefully get that to come up soon. So, well, yeah.
The Smoke Room had a public update recently with William, so that's available. And I think next week is the patron update. It's Cliff and Murdoch, I think.
Oh, 2. Wow. I didn't know that. Man,
That's the plan.
Yeah, I'm so used to like the Echo project doing like one character at a time and taking like a year or whatever to do like half the route. This is just a huge change of pace, and they definitely have time now that Jonah's route for the Smoke Room is their only route they need to complete still. So, yeah, that's kind of what's going on with the Smoke Room update. I still need to download that, but I'm hoping if I get time tonight to maybe play Tennis Ace updates today, so fingers crossed on that.
Yeah, I want to see your reaction to this one. It's a very good one, I'll tell you that.
I heard there's a cliffhanger at the end, and I told Basket I'm going to get the pitchforks ready when I do this stream. All in good fun, though. I mean, he does a good job with like writing it without being too overboard with the cliffhangers, so that's what I love about the Tennis Ace writing. But we gotta wait for that Adastra update. Like, when's that coming out? Because I hear everybody saying that it's a really good ending, or at least decent ending.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a couple of weeks or so if it comes out with the public update. I haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah. I mean, I heard the Patreon update came out like this past week, so that's where they get like a whole month. Ago. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I haven't seen Howley's plans for the next month, so I'm not sure when that is. But yeah, I thought it was a pretty good ending. Oh, guys,
the way that it ends things.
Oh, okay, you have opinions on it. Alright, so the first bracket has come in. The stream is alive still. Alright, so I'm going to shrink this window for now and come back to it later. Alright, so we have on the left side of the bracket, we have Shuichi from Tennis Ace, the #1 overall seed of the bracket. Will he be able to advance to the finals and hold his perfect seeding? Or will Lin Who from Nekajishi pull off another upset to continue his reign of feline best boyness? Here we go. The results via a graph between Lin Who and Nekajishi. Here we go. It's going to be shown on screen. Here we go. Shuichi taking a giant lead here at the beginning. But Lin Who kind of keeping up, maybe? No, it looks like Shuichi has won! Let's see the pie chart as reference. With 136 responses, Shuichi pulls it out with 59.6% to Lin Who's 40.4%. Congratulations, Shuichi. You are the first character to make it to the finals. 40.4, I apologize. There we go. And we wait for the final match to load. Now we can go back to talking about ordinary stuff. The good old VNs.
Hi.
Oh, Warwick, you're back. You just missed the results for Shuichi and Lin Who.
I was watching.
Oh, cool.
And I'm happy. And sad at the same time.
You love Lin Who a lot?
I do. Come on, he's my
Oh.
tiger dad.
He is kind of dad material though, to be honest. So let me give a gold star to Shuichi first. But what were you saying?
It's like if he was like one to order me to do my homework, I would do it. Like he's that kind of dad.
Aw, how sweet. He is very knowledgeable in the books though. Like he is one to really expand his
He can do
education.
it for you. He can make you do it. For you.
I wish.
But I don't understand this. Just do it for me. There you go.
Oh god. He'll at least
You should
tutor
forget.
you.
He has the power of God and anime on his side.
Yes, he does. Yes. He is a god, and he has anime. So, as I mentioned before, the Final Four matches take forever to load, so this might take another 10 minutes to load, so we got some time to kill. So, we were talking about the Tennis Ace update and the Adastra potential update in a month.
Enter the elevator music. There you go.
Yes. Good stuff, good stuff.
All of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might just be a couple of weeks till the Adastra public update, or it might be 3 weeks. I'm not too sure at the moment.
I don't know what they do for that, because I know for their other novels, it's like a week maybe for like the patron update, then the public update for at least the Echo Project stuff. So it's weird to see like a whole month gap for the Adastra stuff. I guess they're just either very ahead of schedule and just want to, reward the patrons, or they might add some fixes in the public update. I've heard both sides, so who knows?
I talked to Basket recently, and he's been working hard on the new tennis ice up there.
Oh yeah, Shuichi's update's supposed to be really good. I'm hoping, at least. No pressure on him, but I know that they finally made the sprite art for Shuichi's mom, and so,
Ooh.
I'm nervous the feels are gonna hit me really hard, so...
It's gonna be a bit... Ooh, it's gonna be quite difficult to watch.
Oh, I bet. I still have to play June's update, yeah.
Oh, I need to start June.
Yes.
I love my boy too much. I can't give him up. I love him too much.
You and a lot of other people, you guys would have a fight for him.
Yes. Come at me. I will fight for my husband.
Truly. But yeah, have you guys played what is it? have any of you guys played the Echo update, like Jenna's Route update?
Yeah, I've been going through them as they've been coming out.
Yeah. I still need to play that one. I kind of put that a little bit behind Tennis Ace in terms of priority, but yeah, I don't know how much suspense they can bring in the next Jenna update besides, oh, we think Chase might be behind something or whatever, but it's really not. You know, same crazy stuff in the other updates.
Yeah. Isn't it always just Chase's fault in general?
In some sense or the other, yes.
Have you guys heard of the new trending and hip-hop game called Raid Shadow Legends?
Oh, no.
Nope.
Oh my god, somebody's got to start playing that on their channel sometime. Like, there's got to be somebody who does that. Because everybody advertises it so much. You gotta, like, advertise it and then play it on your channel. Do like a double whammy.
RPG adventure. Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh my god.
I keep getting to that.
Maybe.
It's funny.
I will consider it.
Consider subscribing to Raid Shadow Legends.
Dun dun. The raid.
I don't forget. Has extracurricular activities gotten any recent updates?
I have not played that game in like a year, I'd say. So
That's what I mean. I haven't checked recently.
I downloaded one of its recent updates. I'm not sure if it's the most recent, but that was to get the sprite art. And basically that was me just basically puzzle piecing all the different body parts because the bottom is the body is one asset, the head's another, each shirt and shorts are a different asset. It's like
Bottom.
yeah, you have to get used to like all the different assets. So, you know, that's the thing about if you try and like download the sprite of like Shuichi or sprite of Spencer or whatnot, you have to kind of piece them together in Photoshop or somewhere else in order to actually get a full body image.
Oh wait, so the recent update was a Darius update then? Ooh.
I have not paid attention to that.
Darius. Someone said in your chat that the most update was for Darius. Well, Darius is an underrated character.
Yeah, I was surprised he lost in the first round to TJ because a lot of us were expecting Darius to upset TJ, who made it to the second round and lost to Jack. But yeah, Darius, I was really shocked for because, you know, he's very beloved. It was kind of like how Coach Grifter got upset. I was really shocked Darius didn't get a better seeding.
I'm not gonna lie, I was upset about Coach Grifter.
that was crazy though. Like, I could show you the graph, but if you saw, that was like, it was mostly Coach Grifter leading throughout until Tyson pulled out in the end. It was a crazy comeback. Yeah. But if I look up Darius and TJ, I think they're on the west side of the bracket. If I pull it up again, I think theirs was still pretty close, so... Yeah, if you see here, it's like they were very neck and neck, and even at the end, it was like almost. That was the closest match we ever had in our bracket, so we have not had to do a tiebreaker vote yet, at least in the bracket. We had a tiebreaker vote for the popular bid, which was against Tom Nook and Apollo from Animal Crossing. But besides that, it's weird we haven't had to do any tiebreakers. You guys are just very decisive people. So, yep, I'm going to close this out. Alright, still waiting on that second graph to come in. I sound like an impatient child, like, when's it coming? When's it coming? But it should be coming soon. I remember Yuichi's and Amicus's was really neck and neck when I last checked, and that was like 2 days ago. I tried to make myself not check. I was so tempted to check over the past 24 hours, but I wanted to keep the results a secret to myself and everybody else. So, you know, suspense will continue.
I'm just hoping to see both of the boyfriends go up against each other. I feel like that would be a really, really good one. But come on, it's Amicus.
I know. It's like there's some people. We have Amicus stands and Amicus anti-stands.
Anti-Amicus.
Yeah. If you saw my Discord, we had some debates involving Amicus against some of his opponents. The ones that he defeated really handedly, but we had some interesting debates supporting like his opponents like Dean, Keisuke. The characters he beat, despite the huge difference, were both reasonably like decently written characters, I'd say. Like Dean has been one of the fan favorites. He's not the fan favorite because that's Tyson for Password, but Dean is, I'd say, one of my favorite characters. Like, I'd say a solid second, because I claimed on one of my streams Tyson is best boy, but, you know, Tyson is best boy in Password, at least. But Dean is, I'd say, he's a very respecting character, and that's why when I saw him against Amicus, it seemed like, you know, you got one guy who's more gentle in terms of his, you know, plot of action. Like, he can be suggestive, but at the same time, he's like, if it's okay with you. Like, he's very cautious about that. Amicus is just very bold, but that's just Amicus. That's the lovable thing about him. And then when he went off against Keisuke, it was complete night and day. Keisuke is the complete opposite. Introverted, very pushing away of people, just a more shy, all-around character. But he's one that would really work his butt off to achieve what he wants. Like, hopefully his guitar dreams, hopefully his tennis dreams, but then his family wants him to, like, achieve, like, you know, working for their family company, so they're both rich and part of a empire in a sense. But yeah, it's like Amicus was the opposite in that, you know, he really wanted that role, and, you know, once it got taken away, that's the one time he really had to fight for it. But yeah, Keisuke is like complete opposite. It's like, I don't want this role. And so seeing those two against each other, I was kind of on the side of Keisuke at that point, just to see, like, Keisuke I felt like was more suave. But Amicus is not a bad second to that. Like, I'd say Amicus is overall better in terms of, you know, just general best boy qualities, but Keisuke is, as a person, I'd say, a decently written character compared.
Hey, Amicus is just a lovable goofball. Like,
yeah, exactly. I can't say anything bad about Amicus. It's like I can't keep comparing Keisuke and all that stuff, but God, it's like Amicus is such a tough character to argue against. And at the end of the day, it just comes down to opinion and, you know, what the chat and what everybody else thinks. The results are not as big as I expected. Still 139. I thought people would be a lot more stan-like for Amicus, or at least convince their friends to vote, because it's only single vote. But, you know, it's very niche, I'd say, this year. This year has been very, you know, I would say exclusive to our kind of 130-something people that have voted. Like, I've tried to spread the word, I've tried to at creators and stuff like that, but, you know, not too much has grown from it.
Yeah.
And I'm really hoping to do that next year. I'm not saying spam these people, I'm just saying, like, you know, if you know people that would be interested, give them a little tap on the shoulder. Exactly. Yeah.
You know, the content or the creators in general need a bit of publicity for people who don't know who they are.
Yeah, and that's kind of what one of my goals was with this, was to give, like, VN creators some publicity, even if, you know, the popularity, like, didn't favor them in their matches, to at least give their characters some exposure to show, hey, we got this awesome written character in this guy's novel, go support him. Exactly. That's what I loved about doing this bracket, although it was very popular opinion-based, and some people felt like, you know, they had to step away as a result, I'd say, because of, like, you know, opinions of other people. I would say that it's done a lot to, like, help put these novels on a pedestal. I would have not given Socially Awkward the time of day if it hadn't been for Makan making the brackets. Oh, I forgot Jace was one of the other characters that was suggested for MCs. Shuichi is the only MC to have made this bracket, Warwick. I was telling them earlier. He's the only one to have made the bracket and even won any matches, so he's kind of our exception. Yeah. Like actual main character, not just like, oh, well, you're not playing as him. I mean, an MC is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing is, Yuichi, he's a good character. He has a actually defined, like the more you, so for like Shuichi's route, it's like you actually like learn about his backstory and about what's happened. And
Mm-hmm.
one point for me where Yuichi won me over as a character was during one of the updates where you meet Shuichi's father. Like
Yeah.
after the scene,
Mm-hmm.
you just can't help but feel like you need to help him. He has a very good written character. He's not like too much of a bad person. It's like,
Yeah.
sure, he's got his little like mischievous side, but like he does care for his friends.
Yeah, sometimes he kind of comes off as, like, maybe naive of some of his actions that he does, but then he learns at least. One of my favorite things was just kind of hearing his backstory and hearing him develop as a person. Not just, oh, you're just plopped into this tragic backstory MC, or, oh, you're the chosen one, or, oh, you're special. It's like, you get thrown in as, like, this MC who has kind of had a tough, background in that, he had to basically raise his younger brother. I'm not sure if I want to spoil more than that, but basically, he had to basically be a very supportive member of his family, and as a result, he kind of built this character for him, and at the same time, became a very motivated person as a result of some of his past events in his life, or past people that have influenced him, and so it was just interesting seeing him develop in that way, and just how, even though he kind of plateaued in tennis mentally at this point, he's overall in all been such a well received and well appreciated character that I just think if you choose his good options, he will become an even better, like, developed character as a result. And that's the thing, it's up to you to see how this character develops, but at the same time, the writer did give enough writing room to make it so this character can keep getting better. But yeah, Amicus.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, but Amicus is like, not. I wouldn't say the opposite. Like, he's not a bad written character. I'm just saying that Amicus is more of a simpler character in that he's this guy who's trying to be emperor. Like, he's just the bold and brash leader type. Like, he doesn't. There's not too much complexity to him, but at the same time, it's kind of part of his likability. He's not some crazy, skeevious, an enigmatic character. He's not like a Nefero where he has some of that enigmatic traits to him. He's just your likable, all-around guy, like, all-around daddy character. And so that's kind of what I found interesting about Amicus, is that, he is more of a simple character, but you like him because of his honest simplicity, or his, just how simply kind he is. He's not trying to do ulterior motives or anything. He just wants the best for you.
Yeah, he can also get very protective, which I think is quite nice.
Yeah,
just it makes you feel nice.
It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, but I think majority of people like that.
Okay, I finally found the results. I finally got the results. The results for the second match. I'm going to pull this up. It is on the left side of this match thing spreadsheet that I have. We have the second seed overall, Amicus from Adastra. Will we have the 1 and 2 seeds face off each other? Or will we have Yuichi, the MC from Tennis Ace, go off against Shuichi? Only way to find out is to determine the winner. Here in my computer mouse, we have the match results in a animated graph. I'm going to pull this up in a few seconds, and this will determine who goes on to the finals to be proven best boy of 2020. The winner of Amicus and Yuichi is... Oof. 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 Oof.
That started off good, but
I was gonna say.
Die.
I was expecting it to be much closer than that, I have to say.
Amicus has won, and last I checked, Shuichi was winning. That was the crazy part.
Wow.
Rip Shuichi.
Just like that heading part that was up there.
This is Amicus's second closest battle, though. You know, only 22 votes difference. So 61.6% to, where is it? 38.4%. I'm sorry, Shuichi. Yeah, it was a good run. Shuichi, that was a good run from you. Furthest MC in the bracket, but Amicus and Shuichi, the 1 and 2 seeds, are going off in the championship to determine best boy. I think this is a pretty fitting championship match because originally Shuichi and whoa, I switched that around. Shuichi versus Adastra. It's Shuichi versus Adastra. Shuichi versus Amicus. But
There we go.
yeah, let me just check the bracket isn't messed up. Come on. Okay, that's why. But sorry, I made some technical difficulties. Alright, there we go. All is well that ends well. But yeah, when we were doing our seeding for this bracket, it was like really weird because it was basically a race between Shuichi and Amicus for the 1 seed. They were back and forth until the end when one person flipped it in favor of Shuichi, and that's how Shuichi got the 1 seed. So it is very fitting to see our highest seeds be the highest popular characters.
Should we do Lin Who versus Shuichi for 3rd place? Should we do that as an extra bracket?
Sure.
To see who.
Like an honorable mention kind of thing. That'll be good.
Well, it's like we have the 1st and 2nd best boy, then we can have the 3rd and 4th best boy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
The people that made it to top 4.
Yeah, that's fine. What do you guys think, chat? Leave it up to the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I think that's a good idea because, you know, at this point, maybe it would take forever to, you know, actually, you know, download the results again, but at least then it gives more suspense like this time where you can do the 3rd place match first and then reveal the championship instead of it just being one match.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Got it.
I like that. I'll start editing that afterwards. But the poll for that will go up tomorrow actually. So it'll go from tomorrow to Wednesday either way. And that will be it. That will be it for March Madness, which took place in April of 2020. Next year I'll try and make it actually take place in March. So, you know, things happen. What's a podium with only 1st and 2nd choice? Exactly. Gotta give him, like, that Olympic medal and stuff and whatnot. That's what I'm thinking. Somebody says sounds good to me. Can't believe it's almost an hour already. Yeah. We took way too long to do this. Amicus needs a star. Fine, I'll give Amicus a star. Oh, that's not
A
it.
square. Just give him a square just to annoy chat.
Perfect.
Whoops. Yeah, I should give him the bad star.
Just a
Nah.
backward star.
Yeah, the upside down star.
No, make it crooked. Make it like slightly slanted so it like upsets people.
I don't know how to rotate it. That's so weird. Do I have to like?
Damn it.
Oh, I can transform it. Yep, there we go. Okay, I can rotate. Can I edit transform? Oh, hey, I can rotate it. Rotate it 30 degrees. Yay, we got it. We did it. Yes.
I just want to see chat get really angry.
No, my
yeah,
OCD will smack you through the screen.
yeah.
Oh, I'm awful.
Transform and and rotate. I'm
I'm
not
the
sure
one that said this, but I'm already getting annoyed with it.
This is your fault, so we are
I
keeping
know.
it. Look what you have done. Look at what you
My
have
day
done.
is ruined.
My day is what was it? My was it something is my like I'm disappointed and my day is ruined. I'm trying to think of like that guy, like the food review guy. The guy in like the suit or whatever. Yes, that guy. I forgot his name, but I love his videos. But yes, we are going to do a third place result and a first place result. So, I'm going to edit this later so I can include third place, but yeah, that is all for the stream. We have Amicus and Shuichi facing off in the final match of the March Madness 2020 bracket. The winner will be our best boy. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care guys!